Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you my favorite Zoyas from 2017. If you're not following me on Instagram, I actually posted Zoya's Black Friday promo. They are doing a 50% off your shopping bag sale, so 50% off site-wide. It's not as great as last year's Black Friday sale, but I mean, you get 50% off with Zoya Remove Plus. So if you've been eyeing that, I think that this is the perfect time to pick that up. Now, I'm going to share with you my favorites in order of the collection release. So I'm going to start with the spring and then make my way down to the winter collection. Having said that though, I was not a fan of the spring collection. I will leave a link down in the description box to my review to that, but basically my three creams were fairly goopy, and I was not a fan of the micro sparkle polishes. That collection was just a 6-piece collection though. Zoya has since expanded their collections to be 12 pieces. Now, let's move on to my actual favorites. If you watched my Wanderlust collection review, you know that I loved Sonja, and I can't even find my bottle of Sonja, which is very disappointing, but I loved that one. It was like this orangey kind of red. It was very creamy, really easy to apply. I did 2 coats, but it was definitely a polish that you can get opaque in just one. My next favorite from the Wanderlust collection was actually Winnie, and Winnie is a very yellow, warm base pink, which is not typically my cup of tea, but there was just something about this that I couldn't ignore, that I was really enjoying it while I wore it. This is another polish that has a great formula, and like most Zoyas, it is opaque in 1 to 2 coats. And my last favorite from the Wanderlust collection is Sawyer. Sawyer is just a perfect creamsicle orange polish. This is a color that I would really expect to have a difficult time with, but Zoya really knows what they're doing. So for me, this was a 2-coater. Now we're gonna move on to probably my favorite collection from them from the entire year, and that is their fall collection, the Sophisticates collection. And I hadn't even yet been contacted by Zoya when I was eyeing this collection, and I'm so glad that I did end up holding off because I would have ended up with doubles. But the one polish that I kept eyeing when they were posting pics was Presley. I don't know what it is about Presley, but I just love Presley. It's a fantastic palette cleanser. I feel like there's colors so similar to this out there, but this is like one of those purple taupey gray polishes, but for some reason I actually think that this leans a little bit more pink than it does purple, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much. This is another polish from Zoya that has a great formula, and it is opaque in 2 coats. The next one I feel like is actually like the big sister to Presley, and that is Joni. Joni really just to me looks like a darker version of Presley, and I really enjoyed this one. It had a good formula, and once again opaque in 2 coats. My last favorite from the Sophisticates collection is Yvonne. Yvonne is a I feel like it's a matured red. When people wear those kind of dark red matte lipsticks, I feel like that's what this is, but in a nail polish bottle. Does that make sense? This one had a really good formula. I was able to get it opaque in 2 coats. Now we're gonna move on to the Party Girls collection. This is their last release for 2017 as far as I know. If they come out with something else, I would definitely be happy with that, but it would also surprise me at the same time. Hands down, my favorite polish from that collection is Ming. Ming is like a Hollywood red. It is a jelly. If you don't like jellies, this is one you want to skip, but if you don't mind a jelly polish, I really enjoyed it at 2 coats. I don't think it was fully opaque at 2, so you would need a 3, but it was just, I don't know, this is just a red that I think is universally flattering. That was very difficult to say. The next one is Danielle. The first time I saw Danielle, I instantly thought of the original Pacific Blue. However, they are not the same polish. I did do a comparison. As you can see, they are nothing alike, but they both have similar qualities in that if you place them next to a blue, they look a little bit more purple. But if you place them next to a purple, they do pull a little bit more blue. So this is one of those kind of chameleon colors where I think depending on your skin tone, you might think that this one looks a little bit more purple or maybe a little bit more blue. This one does have a great formula. I think if you want to do a thicker coat, you can get opaque in 1, but I like to do thinner coats. I feel like I get more control over that, so this one for me was a 2-coat polish. And my last favorite is Zoya's Blake. This one I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to include it in this video, only because I was expecting one thing, and while I didn't get that, I really enjoyed what I did get. This is a very dark blue polish, and it has gold shimmer running throughout it. It looks very veiny in the bottle, but that does not translate to the nail in the least bit. What you actually end up getting is a very, like, so dark of a blue, it just looks black on the nail. You can manipulate lighting to see that gold shimmer, but it is you manipulating lighting to get that gold shimmer. It does not show up in natural daylight. I did take a photo of it in natural daylight and it just doesn't show up. However, I really did enjoy wearing it. So for that reason, I am going to include this in there, but I don't think that this is for everybody. If you weren't a fan of OPI's Linkin Park After Dark, this is definitely not going to be one you're going to like. So those are all of my favorite Zoya polishes that were released in 2017. I would actually love to know everybody else's favorites. So if you don't mind, go ahead and let me know your favorites in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!